everyone! Today I created this copper cat eye that's specifically for the Congress. This could easily go from English to Western or vice versa. And I really actually like it. I don't normally do warm tones, but I love how it turned out. And then I have to go to work, so don't mind that my hair and my clothing and whatnot, but everything I use today is going to be long lasting and ensure that it lasts all day. It's also really lightweight, so you don't feel like you're wearing a lot of makeup throughout the day, but it does last and it still gives you coverage and still get a pretty glam look with it. I will be heading to the Congress this year with Winning Couture again. Yay! And I'm going to be doing some custom makeovers, so be sure to make your appointment. I'm going to leave in the down bar my booking schedule, and I'm only there specific times, specific days, so definitely check it out if you're interested in getting a makeover. And if you'd like to see how I got this, then just keep on watching. So I'm just starting off with the primer to make my makeup last all day, as well as neutralize the redness on my face. And this is a Stila One Step Correct, and I have been loving this lately. It's a moisturizing but cancels my redness, but also makes my foundation last longer. And then I'm taking the Fiona Stiles Matte Finish Foundation on a sponge. This is Ulta Sponge. This is a really lightweight foundation, and it gives good coverage if you use a brush, but to sheer it out so it's really lightweight and long lasting, I'm using a sponge, and then I just go in and spot conceal later to get more coverage where I need it. So then I take the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour stick, or it's actually a foundation stick, in the color Mink, and I like to contour with this and blend it out with my sponge. I do one side at a time, but cream products are going to last a lot longer if you have more like normal to dry skin, whereas with oily skin you could still use it, but definitely set it with a powder. And I just take that on my cheekbones, and then I take it down the side of my nose and down my jawline, just to kind of slim everything down and add some more definition. And then I'm taking the Cosmetics Bye Bye Redness. I would have done this before, but I actually forgot before my contour, and this is where I'm going in and just spot concealing where I need it. This stuff is so bomb. It is one of my favorites. I use it almost every day. And then for under my eyes, I'm taking the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the color Vanilla. And I'm using this to highlight as well as conceal my under eyes, but mostly to highlight. And this foundation was a little bit light for me, so this concealer is like extra light on me. But with this foundation, it looks just fine. So that's kind of how I play it out. And then I add bronzer later to warm it up back to my skin tone for like the rest of my body. And again, if you're going to be showing, try to avoid putting foundation on your forehead just so it doesn't get on your hat or your helmet. And then I'm just setting my under eyes, and I'm actually baking with the Kat Von D Lock-It Setting Powder. This stuff is great for dry skin. Great one for oily skin is the Laura Mercier Translucent Powder. So what I'm doing is baking, so I'm putting excessive amounts of powder where I need it, so under my eyes, and I used it to chisel out my contour. And then I let that sit so that it actually sinks into your skin and makes everything last longer. And then I actually sweep all that away, as well as set the rest of my face with the Urban Decay Naked, I think it's Naked Skin High Definition Loose Setting Powder, that long name, just to set everything and wipe away all the bakage that I had going on after it's set for a couple minutes. And then I'm taking this MAC contour shade. I think it's the color Taupe. I'm not 100% sure. It's either Taupe or Sculpt. Both of them are awesome. And I'm just chiseling out my cheekbones even more because I wanted something really defined for when you're out on the rail and you want some more definition to your face, because everything gets kind of lost when you're that far away from the judge. And then I'm taking Los Cabos from Sephora collection just to warm up my face. This is a very neutral to cool tone bronzer, so I really like it because I'm not one to like really warm tone bronzers on myself. And then I'm taking Champagne Pop from Becca and Jaclyn Hill. This is just a palette that I have, but Champagne Pop is the main key here. And I put that on the tops of my cheekbones and then over my nose. And this is actually a blush from NARS called Mahal. This is my first time using it, and I was so scared because it's like orange looking, but it is so pretty on. So I 10 out of 10 would recommend this. And then for my brows, I've been doing them different. I use either the Gimme Brow from Benefit, or I'm using the Essence Make Me Brow in this one. So I go through it and put it into my brow hair first. And then I take the Sephora Collection brow pencil, and this one's in Honey Blonde actually, which I'm shocked it actually looks good on me. But then I just go in and define a little bit more and then clean it all up. And now to prime my eyes, I'm using the Smashbox 24 Hour 24-hour primer. This is going to help make sure that our eyeshadows are going to, 1, go on smoothly, but 2, last all day. So I do that, and then I set it with either translucent powder or just like a nude colored eyeshadow. And then I'm taking Beware from Urban Decay, and I'm putting this into the upper crease and really making this really smoky because I wanted it really blown out in copper. And then I'm taking, what's this one? And I'm just putting this into the deeper part of my crease to really help give it some definition, but still keep it on the warm side. And then I just go back with my fluffy brush and really kind of buff that out, make sure it's really seamless, and go back in and define, and then buff it out and define. Always go back and forth. That's the easiest way to blend for me. And now I'm taking the Revlon Photo Ready Eye Art, and it's this really, really pretty rust shade, and I'm taking the cream side and putting this all over my lid up to the crease. And I just use a brush to move it around a little bit so I can really get it up into the crease. And then I blend the crease shade with that metallic shade just to make them blend more seamlessly. And then I'm taking, I think this is like dark chocolate sparkle or something from Anastasia. I will leave all the names down below. And I'm putting this on the outer corner and into my crease on a really tiny blending brush just to add some definition, and then blending it out, and then of course go back and forth between your brushes to get it really seamless. And then I'm taking Champagne Pop again and using that as my inner corner highlight, and it turns out perfect with this look. It gives that really pretty gradient effect. Now I'm tightlining with my Marc Jacobs Highliner. And then I'm just doing some winged eyeliner with my Kat Von D tattoo liner, my all-time favorite, and I always get out of frame when I do this, so my apologies. But then I just go in with my favorite mascara right now, which is a Max Factor Masterpiece mascara, and then these are the Sasha lashes from Huda, all-time favorite lashes at the moment. And then I'm putting some black liner in my lower lash line and smoking that out with that Anastasia shadow, getting it really close to the lash line. And then I'll take a really small blending brush and use some of the warm tones that I had and just blend that out slowly, making it really smoky. I like smoky if you haven't been able to notice. And then just go back in with that Champagne Pop, some more mascara. And then for my lips, I'm taking Lolita 2 from Kat Von D, which I rarely use because, again, it's warm tone, and I don't really do warm tones very often, but this was perfect with it. And then I just topped it off with Conspiracy, which is a metallized finish from Urban Decay. It has more of like that brown kind of coppery shade, but it has some metallic to it, and I keep this in the outer corner of my lips and do a little bit of an ombre. It actually adds a really nice little something. But that is it. So I hope I will see all of you at the Congress, and I hope you guys have fun at the Congress. And if you do recreate this look, please tag me and put it on Instagram. I would love to see it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.